Hey, what goes on, guys? We're back here again with another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Tyrannosaurus Rex and Compsognathus 4-pack of the Amber Collection by Mattel. Now, this to me was so awesome to see them do. When they revealed this, I was like, no way, bro, this is so sick. And I think it turned out pretty awesome. I do have some minor complaints, but already without even opening it, but I don't think that they're going to be too much of an issue when I get these out and start playing with them. But the packages is your standard Amber Collection package by Mattel. You get the embroidered or like raised skeletons going around the side. You get the claw, the skeleton there, weird angle there that I hate, so I always try to open it from this side because I do like to try to keep these packages on the side there. Here's the bottom, barcode if you need that. Nothing really on the top. On the back here you get a cool picture of, I forget who that is holding the baby T-Rex. It's not Grant. I think it just might be a random guy holding the baby T-Rex, which is awesome. I really like that picture. I wish they showed it a little bit better. It's because you can see like the rain, but here is the read up. If you want to read that, you can pause that. This is from the second movie, I believe, The Lost World. But yeah, this looks awesome. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take this out. So taking the little baby T-Rex out of the packaging, I gotta say this is a fun little figure. Not really what I expected. It's a lot smaller than I thought, but playing around with it, there's a lot of cool things I like about it. There's one thing that is driving me nuts, and I don't know how to fix it. If you know how to fix it, let me know when I get to it. But yeah, it's a really cute little figure, and I think for what it is and the price point, I think it's really fair. So taking a look at the head sculpt here, you can definitely see that it's not a raptor and it's not a Compsognathus, which we'll talk about those in a second. This is a baby T-Rex, and I think it looks really good. There's a nice paint wash in the mouth there, and going down the body, there's a great paint gradient that's like, you know, lighter green under some darker green scalage and things like that. Going all the way down to the scales. It's also on the legs as well. He's got like the chunky little legs, and then his toes and nails are painted, which I like that. That's really cool. And there's like an underbellied like tannish brown overspray, which is a really nice detail, and it's even on the bottom of the feet too. So I really like the way that it looks. I think the coloring is a little bright. Like if I remember in the movie, he definitely had a shade of green, but I think it was darker and more brown. There's a little pink spot there from the mouth, but the teeth are also like one big sculpt, which I never like when Mattel does that, but they do that with like all their lines, unfortunately. I guess for kids, to keep it safe for kids, but this is an adult action figure line, so I don't really understand it, but you know, they're painted nice, they're clean. The one thing that drives me nuts is this. I have a kink in the tail. It was in the box like this, like in the plastic, and I don't know how to fix it. I can't run the wire through it, and I tried heating it up and putting it back, but it just seems, is it molded like this? If you guys know, let me know if you got this and it was molded like that. But that is super annoying. I really don't like that, because if you don't have the, like if you have the tail angled this way, it just looks weird. It looks like he has a kink in his tail. You have to keep it this way for it to look even slightly like it's supposed to be like that. So I really don't like that, but unfortunately I don't think there's much I can do to fix that. So I guess I'll just have to deal with it. But yeah, I think this baby T-Rex turned out pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories, because he does come with quite a bit. So taking a look at everything that comes in the box, aside from the T-Rex himself, you do get the strap that they, or like the belt I think it was actually, that they put around his mouth so that his mom or his dad or whatever didn't hear him. So that goes on really nice, and I really like that. I think that gives a good effect. The buckle's painted there, which is a nice little detail, so I like that. Fits over his mouth really nice. And then the other thing you get here is the bandage, because he was injured when he was trapped. I think it's supposed to go on this side. I'm a little confused, because based on the shape of it, you would think it would go like this. But what I don't get about it, it seems like it would go like that. But what doesn't make sense is you would think that they would put the, like the pegs, or like the, you know, like what it attaches on the inside, but I guess not. But it looks good, so I like that a lot. There's like a nice like paint wash over, or like a dry brush over it, and I'm trying to get a closer look at that. It does have a nice dry brush over it that really gives the effect of like a bandage, so I really like that. You can have them, you know, set up like when they find them, like laying down as bait. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I think these are nice little additions to make this set fall out a little bit more. But I think what most people are excited for, most in the accessory department, is you get 3 Compys. 3 Compsognathus. These Compsognathuses, I'm not sure, but we get 3 of them, and they are all painted really, really nice. They're like this darker green. This is the green that I thought the dinosaur or the T-Rex should have been, but you get some paint on the eye. Each side's painted. The teeth are painted. There's tongue painted. Obviously, the mouth is articulated. The arms are not, but you do get swivels at the legs too. You get a little bit of striping down the back, and I'm only showing this one, but they are all exactly the same, which is fine by me. Maybe a different sculpt for one of them would have been cool. And they stand okay. If you get them in the right position, they'll stand good, but finding that position is kind of hard. Sometimes you gotta like really lean them back. And the way that they're in the packaging, the legs kind of get molded or, you know, warp a little bit differently. So just kind of finagle with it. That one is the one that doesn't really stand good, but this one stands pretty good. So just, like I said, just play around with them. The legs do pop out. See, they'll stand fine. The legs do pop out, so you might have to squeeze them back together to make sure that they are in all the way so that they stand better. But I mean, like, they're pretty easy to stand. You just gotta finagle it a little bit and get into the right position. But once you do, they'll stay pretty good. This one's leg was really warped, so I have to like F with that one a lot. But once, like I said, it's cool. And to get 3 of them, all for the price of $30, I think is really fair. I really, really like these. But let's go ahead and take a look at the baby T-Rex's articulation here. So taking a look at the old baby T-Rex's legs. What? I'm sorry. Taking a look at the baby T-Rex's articulation. I don't know what that was. I was like looking at his legs, but his mouth is articulated. The top is articulated that much. Bottom articulated all the way. So you can get it in lots of different poses for different emotions and things, which is awesome. You get a ball joint at the neck, and unlike the raptor, there is no head joint, so it's just this ball joint, which does swivel, pivot, rotate, all the good stuff there. But I think it's good enough. I think a head joint would have been nice, but it's not completely necessary. The arms are going to move outwards that much, down that much. They rotate 360. You get a single jointed elbow that moves in that much. You can straighten it out, and then you get a swivel and a hinge at the wrist that goes that far in and that far out. So really nicely articulated legs. No body articulation, but other than the Pteranodon, that's pretty standard for the dinosaurs. The hips are going to move outwards only that far and a little bit. So they kind of knock a little bit. They rotate all the way around. You do get the knee that straightens out that far and hinges that much. So it's not that much. Swivels at the knee. The ankle is going to go forward that far, back that far, swivel there, and then the ankle is going to go down, up, and pivot. Or the toes are going to go down, up, and pivot. You get a ball joint at the base of the tail. Now the tail is really soft, so it gets like crazy movement, which is awesome. So with the bendy wire, you're going to get that much rotates around. So it's really soft. I just wish that nick wasn't there in the end of the tail, but I think, yeah, it's really articulated for a baby dinosaur, and it's kind of awesome to see just how like articulated you can articulate a lizard like this. So it's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and compare him because his size is smaller than you would think. So there's the baby T-Rex standing, horizontally. I'm just going to bring in a raptor, put him behind it. You can see the size difference there. The raptor is much bigger. If I align them from where their noses are about the same, the raptor is much further down and bigger too. So you can see like that. So the baby T-Rex is a lot smaller than you would think. You can get a better idea of perspective and size comparisons if you check out the pictures that I posted on Instagram at Zach Toys. If you're not following me already, I would really appreciate it. But what I was saying was the raptor has this extra head joint here. The baby T-Rex does not have that, but it doesn't really affect it. So I think these look good together. I think obviously velociraptors, if you already don't know, are incredibly inaccurate in the Jurassic Park franchise. These are more of a species known as Deinonychus, but not completely accurate to a Deinonychus neither. But we like Jurassic Park, so we're okay with it. But yeah, so I think this is pretty cool. I think this is a good size comparison. Here it is next to one of the Compys, if you wanted to see that. The Compys are pretty small, but they're supposed to be. Compsognathus was not a small or a large dinosaur. I'm trying to get one that's in a good standing pose just to see. So yeah, very, very small, but that's fine. They're supposed to be. And you get 3 of them, so I think it's really fair. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. One other thing that I wanted to compare the baby T-Rex to is a standard 6-inch action figure. I know this is a 7-inch line technically, but here he is next to the Marvel Legends movie Shang-Chi. Now what I'm doing this comparison for, I just leave Shang-Chi on my desk because it has sentimental value to me. But if you want to get that pose that's on the back of the box of them holding the dinosaur, even though it's a 7-inch scale, I think this works pretty good. It definitely looks bigger in a 6-inch or 7-inch action figure's arms. I don't have good gripping. I don't have good hands on this. But it's a little difficult to get Shang-Chi to hold it, but he's not really meant to. So, but yeah, I think that it actually works pretty good. So just thought I'd show that off as well. So it is that point in the video where I know you guys are asking yourself that burning question, yo, Ant, what are you thinking of these figs? And I gotta say, for the price point, these are awesome. I think I said it at the beginning of the video, but this rung up for $20 for me. $20 because it was registering as one of the regular Amber Collection figures. And they didn't give me a problem about it. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll take it for $20. But even for the regular retail price of $30, I think it's fair. You get one fully articulated, new sculpted dinosaur, 3 little smaller dinosaurs that also are pretty articulate. They are articulated, not super articulated, and then 2 extra accessory pieces to amplify the bigger dinosaur. So I think it's very fair. We're getting 2 new species into the line in one package. I really, really like that. And for that aspect alone, if I was to give this pack a rating, I'd probably give it like a 9 out of 10. I think the T-Rex coloring is a little bit off, and maybe he's just a little bit too small. The Compsognathuses don't stand too great, but when you get them in the right position, they do. So, But I think it is overall a very awesome and successful pack, and I really hope that this leads to more dinosaurs. We need more species. I think Mattel should go bigger. Like, give us bigger dinosaurs. That'd be awesome to see. But with that, I think that's all I got for today. Let me know, are you guys copping these figures? You guys copping? Let me know if you're going to be getting these. If you have not already, please be sure to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. That is always very helpful to me to grow the channel. If we get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year, I will do a giveaway. I'm not sure for what yet, but I will be doing a giveaway, and we can do a poll or whatever and figure out what we want to do. But for right now, just be sure to subscribe to the channel. We grow every day. Follow me on Instagram if you've not already. I almost have more subscribers on YouTube than I do followers on Instagram, which is crazy to me. But please feel free to follow me on Instagram. I would really appreciate the support. But I think that's all I got for today. So I will see you guys in the next review. Peace out.